This film is not part, I will not have you thinking it's part, it's avowedly not part and definitely not part of the Poohniverse. Yeah, this film, Mouse of Horrors, is not part of that. The Poohniverse, just in case you wondered, is the name that's been attributed, and I've read it, that it's been attributed, it might have been created in those articles I've read, but it's part of the no longer under license kids book phenomenon, and so that's why it's called the Poohniverse, I suppose, because Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was the first film of those that slithered out, some may say, on release, although the second movie of that shows that the money they made on the first, they put into the second. It's better acted, it's better scripted, it's better effects. Much better, certainly better. And that's what you want to see, isn't it? You want to see your film franchise grow. And you want to see that someone's interested in the film itself. But we've also got movies like Goldilocks, Death and Porridge, which sounds like it would be quite fun, doesn't it? And it isn't. And mainly that's because of the acting and the scripting and the way it's filmed. Apart from that, it's great. And then, actually, even worse than that is probably, is it called Mouse Trap, isn't it? I keep wanting to call it Mouse Hunt. That's a separate movie. That's with Lee Evans and Nathan Lane and Christopher Walken. It's great. But that's not the kind of movie we're talking about. Mouse Trap, that's the one, takes place in a fun centre, and it is a killer who is influenced or infected or enhanced by the Steamboat Willie type Mickey Mouse. Oh, it's really not very good. I mean, there are moments that I like, but then they're saying if we flick the light at it, it can't, because the whole thing, the way they get out of a big plot issue is that it can move through time and space, so it can disappear and reappear, but not if there's a flickering light, because it's the kind of movie thing, you see. Except at the end, when there is a flickering light and it still continues to disappear. Yeah, and actually there isn't an ending to it either. I have done a podcast on this because I sat through it, so you didn't have to. By the way, look, this gentleman will make a very good horror movie. Subject, Mr. Punch. I love the bit where he's going to be hanged, and he said, "I don't know how to do it." You don't know how to do it? Show me how to do it. Of course, we have got a bit of Mr. Punch type style, haven't we? With Saw. So yeah, I'd love to see that though, in a kind of expressionistic way. Anyway, we're talking about Mouse of Horrors, aren't we? Which takes place, I mean, people have said this is the sequel to The Mousetrap. I don't know if it is. It's just another one of these kind of sort of Mickey Mouse type character things. It's about a sadistic doctor who, I don't know who the actor is. He's British. He's got long straggly hair and kind of looks like he's had a bit of a hard life, to be honest. Those casting calls are tough. But he's got a kind of very diffident sort of, it's only the trailer this, but he's got a very kind of diffident, he doesn't seem sadistic. He seems like he can't be bothered. Seems like he's a bit world-weary. A bit like world-weary guy. And he says, "Why don't you go and see if you can get me a body part? I don't care what body part it is, but as long as it's perfect. How about that, eh?" Well, what's perfection? Now, the gigantic mouse character, it's not really a mouse. It's a bloke in a mouse mask with a knife. Not really a complete mouse. He hasn't created a 6-foot mouse, I don't think. But anyway, at that point, the mouse character might have said, Yeah, but what's perfection? We're all seeking something. And, it's in the eye of the beholder. And anyway, nothing exists, sadistic doctor, until you name it. So it's all about you, and that's why it's different for me. It could have said that, but they don't. It just goes to a fun fair where loads of teens, oh, there are teens, are being picked off one by one. The thing is, the actual trailer doesn't look that good. And if you can't make your trailer look good, then you've got fears for the movie, haven't you? Some of the cutting is a bit of jump cutting, and you just think you're not giving these scenes their full worth, or even these snatches of scenes. You're cutting in even earlier to make you think, oh, what's that? And also, the sound doesn't seem to be quite there. There's no music, and the sound doesn't seem to be really there either. It's a bit variable. At one point, you've got the mouse with the knife. He's quite tall and quite thin, and he basically does that, which is very like Art the Clown. Someone's mentioned that on comments. Quite right. It is like Art the Clown. Terrifier 3 is really quite poor, isn't it, compared to the other two movies? It's because they've gone for a bit of plot and a bit of 80s. Look, they're going down to the netherworld. Well, I don't want to go down with them. Anyway, it looks like Art the Clown, and they're getting in all those kind of tropes. And the thing is, I don't know if this is a Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie thing. It just looks like somebody in a mouse mask. I mean, it could be Rizzo from the Muppets. Is he called Rizzo? It looks a bit like that. Gone wrong. The whole film looks like it's gone a bit wrong, actually. It looks like it's so low budget that they couldn't afford music or much else. I think it's going to be set in it looks like it's going to be set in mainly in one location, the fun fair. That could be good, though. I will watch it, won't I? Myself and my friend Alan, hello Alan, we'll have to watch it, but getting a bit cheesed off with this Poohniverse stuff, mainly because every time a new one comes out, we have to blooming watch it. Ta-ta.